Thank you, Prasannath Rao. I think you have shifted the timing a little bit. I think there has been some request for some people, so I hope.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, sorry. Thank you so much. Where you're in Vizag or where are you right
No,
now?
I came back. I promise you I'll come back a day ahead of it.
Good to see you.
Because
And
in the factory, once see if I go to Vizag, I have to be in the plant. Otherwise, if I'm in the office in Vizag, it's as good as sitting in the corporate office.
yeah, wonderful. I think one interesting reason why I wanted you to come here was most of the speakers so far have been from financial services sector. And the sector you represent now, which is agriculture or agri inputs, is a entirely different segment altogether. So basically, I've been always been very impressed with Coromandel as a company and the way you have structured the entire HR function in the organization. So what do we look forward from Coromandel? Coromandel is always in my mind some company where we should learn from. Many times, large organizations like yours, you are ahead of us in many of the things that you do. So I always like look at coming to Coromandel or talking to you. What can I learn from you guys, which you are doing more efficiently? You're one of the most profitable companies. You're able to see the business ahead of time. Our relationship started several years ago in Tata Chemicals and has continued here in Coromandel. Our relationship with Coromandel is from search, selection. We do some staffing for you. And Vishwanath, if he's there in the call, I want to officially acknowledge the great kind of support we got from Vishwanath as a true friend of TMI. So, what I would like you to open up and share with us, partly your experience, but tell us something. Agri sector. We need to understand this sector far better. How can it be more relevant? How can we be more meaningful for companies, large companies like yours? Over to you.
Yeah. First of all, thanks a lot, Murli, and a very big congrats to the entire team. Right. As I'm telling, as I'm congratulating you, I was just remembering the Biden when he took over the U.S. office. Right. That came in WhatsApp. I think nowadays WhatsApp messages are so stale. In a couple of less than an hour, they get stale. So, but just I just still want to repeat that, right? So when Biden assumed the office, right, and next day one guy came and told, I want to meet Mr. Trump. He said Trump is no more the president. He has vacated White House and he's gone off, right? He goes again in the evening. He asks the same question. The security guy tells him the same thing. He goes second day, asks the same question morning. Goes in the evening, asks. So he gets fed up and tells, gentlemen, why is that in spite of so many times I'm saying that you're repeatedly coming, right? He said, no, because I like to hear that word, that President Trump is no more the president, right? And he has vacated it. So he tells, welcome again tomorrow, he tells him. So this congrats, I think you should keep welcoming, and in spite of getting this repeated by every speaker who is calling and congratulating you, I think you will love to hear this congrats time and again, because it's a great moment, and you should never get fed up of getting congratulated by each speaker. You should look forward for that. Thanks, Murli, once again. It's very, while I'm congratulating each one of you on a special celebration of the 30th Foundation Day. I know we all deeply miss Sridhar also on this great day, right? He would have loved, I think his soul will enjoy, his soul will be satisfied to see this occasion wherever up in the heaven, right? I think I would definitely like to remember him on this special day. When Murli sent me a WhatsApp saying that it's about relationship with TMI, right? The past, present, and future. It suddenly reminded me the verb tenses of grammar, right? Past, present, and future. That's what grammar was a very tricky thing for us, right? And with a lot of social media English and millenniums English, we have forgotten grammar. So I thought, is it a wake-up call of remembering grammar when we speak, or what I was thinking, right? And but I think in a quick reflection, I felt it makes sense that the past, present, and future. The team here is actually seeing the present that is now is because some of the great work you did in the past, right? It is not easy to be in as an organization, right? For 30 years and celebrating the 30th year of foundation is not easy, because when when even great players are falling off the track, right? I think you all guys were holding the baton, right? It was uh, some of them are new, I think, in the call. Some of them might have joined now. Some of them have been with the journey through the ups and downs. I think 30th year of foundation is not a small occasion for me. 3 decades is not a joke, and it requires a great amount of passion, right? And only passionate organizations can survive like this. It's not easy to be seen. That's why I said you are in the present. That means you are witnessing is because of what you all have done in the past, right? And yes, as Murli told, first of all, I was actually off camera because in this virtual world of lockdown, we were told you have to come on camera only when you are speaking. So that we had everyone used to have a challenge of bandwidth. They said you don't keep all of you don't put on your video on. So you only when you are speaking you should. So I logged in when I was hearing Ms. Gandhi talking. But I was off camera. Then I think your colleague told me to be on camera. Then only we'll know that you're online, she said. Right. Yes. So I knew TMI during my formative days. I think I used to see you all in the newspapers, TMI. I used to see in the business magazines. But actually, I had witnessed once in the HRD network the way you have presented how you all have worked for Nagarjuna. That was as a young HR guy when I started my formative days. I thought how much difference a proper search by a professional approach can make to an organization was an eye opener for me. Otherwise, I had a very least, I mean, as a youngster, I didn't really believe much in the some consultants actually trying to take this a very critical role, because talent for me is a very, very critical thing, because once the talent is in, they can ruin the organization or they can take to different level. And that's the time actually it was when I saw that presentation of, I think you all presented a case study of how you all changed the landscape of the talent acquisition for Nagarjuna. I remember it very well. That's the time I thought how it makes a difference. And even that time, I think you all were, as much as you have respect for Coromandel, even I saw TMI was always ahead of time, always bringing some newness to the clients. It was never the same stale way of approaching candidates, but always I saw, and I think that was one uniqueness of TMI, to always bring newness. I think that it's that reason I think you are seeing the present and you will continue to see the past. Sorry, in the future is my very firm belief. My association, as Murli told, is that yes, while you did hire some key talent for us, I think one I remember is that you all have done a fantastic job. I think that was not your model, but I think you bringing that newness. I think you volunteered to tell that why not you ask to hire your graduate engineer trainees? Why not you try one batch with us? He told when you came and met us in Mumbai, right? And we tried out. And let me tell you, not because of the 30th occasion, but I think that was one of the best GT's batch we had. Some of the batch mates of batch, from that batch, we did churn out some leaders for the company. We always thought in a critical mass of 60 hires of a GETs, we thought that even if 3 or 4 can make it, our purpose of hiring GETs has been accomplished, we should think. But we had almost 15 of them staying back, spent reasonable tenure. Some of them became heads of the functions, right? I'll always have my gratitude for you to give that a fantastic batch of graduate engineers for us. And also, of course, we did engage with you all in our management tour. We did engage with you all in hiring the key talent. So to move to the most important thing, right? Everyone is interested in the future. Is that right now, I think we almost have about 900 employees from TMI who are supporting our retail operations, and we do have for other businesses. But let me tell you, the feedback I get from Arun and Vishwanathan is that the way this segment of employees in Coromandel, they're pretty proud of it. And the way you always came and met me and tell the Prasannath, this is what I don't see me as just a person who's giving you this critical workforce, but I want to add more value. So this was always your approach. Now coming to what is that future we want to look. See, basically what we're saying is, I think Kalesh just spoke, I don't want to repeat it, but definitely I think he spoke, which I also felt is that the world is going to get more and more virtual while you're delivering it real time, right? Um, Definitely, I think your reach and development, we expect that. How is that? He already spoke about it. How is it's no more a group, but how is that uh, with the technology, with your focus on this 1900 people, in whatever small group is there and it's we used to always think that only leadership is all about getting talent for future ready. No, for me every segment should be future ready irrespective of what level we are hiring. Future ready for me is not, I'm not talking about great technology innovations and all. Future ready is that the we all know, right, the what used to take from a stone age to the current age, which if you compress, I think these changes keep happening at a very rapid pace, and you all are in the management field and you know better than anyone else is that you will find that the the way the workforce is deployed, the way the workforce has to adopt from the technology point of view, I think uh, we used to call as IT savvy. Now you should get people who are more digital savvy, right? Doing business digitally, engaging digitally, right? Communicating digitally, right? So that's a new savvy we are looking at. How is that you plan, invest, and I am very sure that industries, not the academic institutions, are ready with that kind of a curriculum, right? That's where I think TMI can contribute a lot for us. And when it comes to leaders, while they sound very silly and simple, but we still lack leaders who lead people. And if you see, I keep hiring new leaders. Maybe it's my unfortunate reason, or whether it's the reality, I do not know. But is that we find great talent from IIMs, we find great talent from MNCs and all. But somewhere, for me, one, if you ask me what is that one line, I think that's my uh, uh, lacuna. I feel is that I think that's where you all can play a great role in the future. Is that how you can get people who lead in this kind of an environment, which is always there's a pressure and a burning need to be future ready, and that future ready, the context keeps changing so often, right? So all I want to say is that once again, congrats to Murli and team. Really, I want to thank you. I really feel I thought I'll definitely take, because Murli always been a special person to me, and you don't have to follow up with me. When Murli was following up with me, I said, "Be assured, I'll be there." Right? That's the respect I have for you. If you invite, I'll keep aside everything. It's not a heaven falling thing just to spare 15 minutes for a person like you who has been so passionately helpful to us. We always been immensely benefited from you. I think we owe that time to you, no matter what and how often you call it, at what short notice you call Murli. Once again, a very big congrats to each one of you. Thanks and all the best to you all.
Thank you, Prasannath. One quick comment for you. We are going to work on with your team. Vishwanath may be there. We are trying to create a new project called Clan, which is exactly going to do what you asked us to do: digital engagement with employees, learning,
Excellent.
productivity.
Excellent.
So we are working. We want to co-create for the staffing team. So I will work with you, and it's a fantastically new project of mine. So I hope that someday I'll present you and see how it works out.
Most welcome. Very
But
keen to see that.
thank you for that, because your ideas are absolutely bang on, and we would definitely be pleased to work with you and your team. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much. Thank you so much.